What's up, y'all? It's your boy Isaiah Stanback in the building, y'all. Hey, listen, we are back for another episode of Eye in the Sky here on the I Am Stanback YouTube channel. Now, I know it's been a couple weeks. My schedule's been crazy. For some of y'all that know, I picked up a gig working for NFL Network doing Good Morning Football. So I apologize for the lax in the schedule here in terms of the last few weeks. But please believe I've been watching a lot of football. I just have to make sure that I now bring it to y'all. So we're going to dive into this thing a little bit, okay? We're going to talk about Dak Prescott, okay? You guys know that I cover the Dallas Cowboys here for CBS DFW as well as DallasCowboys.com. The Dallas Cowboys just had a game against the Pittsburg Steelers, and they snuck that thing out. It was Bubba Sparks ugly, but either way, it's a dub, as Jameis Winston would say. So we're going to take a little bit of a look into some of the interceptions that Dak had, and we're going to look at the touchdown pass that he had as well. He had two of those. So we're going to get two interceptions. We're going to get two touchdowns and see exactly what was it that he was seeing, what was it that he was thinking, what coverage was it, where was he trying to go with the ball, and what exactly was his thought process. So not going to try to come at him, but we're just going to say, hey, what does he see as an NFL quarterback, and why do he make the decisions that he makes? Let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, boom. Let's go ahead and go straight to the film real quick. And let's see what we have here. Sorry about that. Boom. All right, here we go. I'm going to dive into this thing. I'm going to go full screen. All right, and as we go full screen here, let's take a look at the first interception that we have here, okay? So on this particular play, let's go ahead and look at it from this standpoint. What do we have at coverage-wise, okay? In terms of our pre-snap coverage, we want to take a look and see exactly what is it looking like right now. Well, right off the bat, it's looking like we have a single high safety right here, okay? Looking like we have a third defender, okay? So we have guys that are now responsible for those things here, okay? Now, how many guys are going to be underneath? Well, we have 4 underneath players, okay? These guys are responsible for this portion of the field, so it makes it very hard to throw underneath. All right, now over the top, I'm responsible for a third. I'm responsible for a third. All these cornerbacks and safeties are responsible for a third of the field, okay? Third of the field. So these guys have to be deeper than the deepest. They are going to divide this field up into literal thirds. So if anything comes into their zone, they are responsible for it. These guys underneath are responsible for everything underneath this little umbrella right here. I know it's getting a little messy. I'm going to clear it up for you 1 second here. All right, so I'm going to throw that in the trash. Bam. Bring it back. So these 4 guys here underneath, sorry, not that last one. Boop. This guy right here. These guys are responsible for this underneath umbrella. Anything that comes within that area, okay, at that second level is their responsibilities. But one thing that they were doing against the Dallas Cowboys, because the Dallas Cowboys weren't doing a lot of underneath concepts, is these guys that are responsible for this hook flat right here, okay, these guys were gaining depth, meaning that instead of working in this range right here, these guys were then being asked, if nobody comes in your space, instead of coming out here, go ahead and sink back, all right? Help this guy out as he's covering this third of the field back here. Go ahead and give him a little bit more underneath coverage so that if they decide to throw anything behind her or back shoulder throw, that you can be there to help pick this thing off. So on this particular play, Dallas Cowboys are trying to push the ball down the field. Let's go ahead and try to play it through a little bit. Boom. All right, here we go. Get all my controls down. All right, here we go. Bow. Now, as you guys can see, these guys are running all goals, okay, or all seams, as we like to say. So, in terms of Dallas Cowboys, you got CeeDee Lamb running a go. You got Jalen Brooks that's running a seam that could bend it in, okay. He has these 2 options here where he could bend it in or take it straight up the seam. All right, we have the same thing here with Jake Ferguson, okay, where he's going to be his task is to run straight up the seam. He does not have the option to bend it in because you don't want 2 guys doing the same thing here, okay? So as we go back, he has that seam. All right, and Jalen Tolbert has a go as well, okay? So now, based upon this coverage, we just talked about the responsibilities of the defense. So let's go ahead and look it up. Let me give you guys a little bit of a different color here. If I'm responsible for that third, if I'm responsible for that third, and I'm responsible for that third, the best place to go with the ball right now is going to be in the seams, okay? The seams. So, get a little bit different color here. This would be where I would be looking right off the bat, simply because of the fact that there's stress on this man here, and I'm putting stress on this guy because he has to play both sides here, okay? He has to play both sides. So, that's where I would go with the ball. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what Dak Prescott decides to do. Dak is sitting and waiting, trying to drive the ball to CeeDee Lamb on the outside up top here. Okay, so as we see, CeeDee just doing what? He's running a go route. Okay, what do we say this guy's doing? This guy is sinking. Okay, he's giving a little extra help. He's taking care of his responsibility right here, and then he's going to sink and help on coverage. Okay, so as I go back now, let's go back to Dak. Sorry, y'all, trying to work the. All right, boom. Okay, now Dak Prescott is trying to drive the ball to CeeDee Lamb right here, but he is not open. Why is he not open? Well, because this man, again, is responsible for what? I'm responsible for a third of the field, okay? I'm responsible for a third of the field. So I'm taking care of my responsibilities by being deeper than the deepest man, right? This safety, as we go back a little bit. Don't want that. I want that. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. All right, so boom. We just talked about CeeDee Lamb is going out of that zone. Okay, so as CeeDee is now working into this man's zone up top, right here. Okay, now where should you be going with the ball? The ball should be coming here, right on this seam. Boom, right there. That's the man that you want. Okay, you want to be hitting Jalen Brooks as soon as he clears that second level defender. Jalen Brooks is now open right here. As he's going to take a little bit of a hit from this safety. That's okay, but if you drive the ball from right now, the ball's now released. You drive it right here. That's the completion you want. Not covered. I mean, not open, definitely not open because he has a man that's helping underneath. This is double coverage. Dak decides to take the risk, okay? And by taking the risk, sometimes you get burnt. So as we come to the rest of the play, throws it up high. The man that is sitting back in coverage, right? This man right here is now sitting back and looking at Dak the entire time. He sees the ball get thrown. He is literally watching Dak throw this ball. Okay, you can draw a line right here. Whoop. The ball's out of his hand. He's looking back. He's also looking back at Dak. He's looking at Dak. Everybody has their eyes on Dak, so there's no fooling him on this particular play. The ball gets thrown, and then obviously the ball gets intercepted on this particular play because, boop, that man was not open. So hopefully lesson learned for Dak on that particular play. Okay, you're running all goes. You want to look to the inside seams. Now, if that cover 3 cornerback decides to play up instead of playing off and back, then you might have a shot at a one-on-one. Even though I know people are saying throw it up to CeeDee, and he said go ahead and throw a jump ball. That's not a smart play. The smart play is to go to Jalen Brooks on that particular seam. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next play here. All right, let's go to the next play. Boom. What do we have here? Okay, so right off the bat, okay, we got 3 receivers. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, with Jake Ferguson. Okay, and we have a receiver down here. So we call this trips right. Okay, 3 guys to the right, 1 receiver in a short split to the left, and then we also have Rico Dowdle here. So what's going to take place on this play? Let's take a peek. Okay, we're coming short motion. What is the coverage right now? Right now, before the snap, how many safeties do we have? Before the snap, we have 2 safeties. Okay, these guys are sitting up top. Let me go ahead and get this drawing going. These guys are sitting up top, so they're showing a 2-high shell. Now, there's a number of things they can do in 2-high shell. They can come up here and play cover 2. Okay, where these guys are going to be responsible for this half. They're dividing the field in half, and then you're going to have your hook defenders here. These guys are all going to be responsible for underneath. So you have 5 guys underneath, okay? But that's not necessarily what's happening on this play. Let's go ahead and look and see, once you get the short motion, what happens? Things change, okay? This is a fast-paced game. So we're going to see CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's going to come down in a short motion. Immediately, what do you see with this safety? The safety leaves his spot. He comes from being up here. He's now rolling down right off the back. He doesn't follow. By knowing that he doesn't follow CeeDee Lamb, what coverage are we in? Pop quiz. We're in cover 3. Okay, so right off the bat, we're in cover 3. So let's go ahead and play it out. Now they're just exchanging. Okay, so now what is cover 3? Again, same coverage we just talked about. I'm responsible for that third of the field. I'm responsible for that third of the field. I'm responsible for that third of the field. Okay, so I am literally breaking this field up, okay, into quadrants, all right, or thirds, third. Okay, so you come in my zone back here. Those are my responsibilities that I have. That area, that area, that area. Okay, so I have to be deeper than the deepest man. All right, now that we know that, okay, now as we play it through just a little bit. All right, where are the underneath defenders? Okay, we just talked about in cover 3, you have 3 guys deep, you have 4 guys underneath, or 5 guys underneath. So let's take a peek here. Who's your defender here? Okay, I'm sitting, actually, yeah, 4 guys underneath, but this dude's sitting low, okay? So we have the third, the third, the third, all right? I'm responsible for this area. I'm responsible for this area. I'm responsible for this area, and I'm responsible for this area. So 3 guys deep, 4 guys underneath. So where is Dak trying to go with this ball? One way in which you attack single high safety is to put stress on that middle safety. This man right here, that's who you want to put the stress on. So how do you put stress on somebody who is how many yards away from you? Dak is, let me see, let's go back to the line of scrimmage here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go. Line of scrimmage is right here at the 27-yard line. All right, let's pause it right there. So 27-yard line is where the line of scrimmage is at. This safety is all the way back here on the opposing. Let me go ahead and change the color on that. He's on the opposing 48-yard line. Okay, so we are a long ways away. Okay, a long ways away from the line of scrimmage here. So how do you get to this guy? Well, I can tell you what, he is not threatened by much because there's a thing called a timer. Okay, this Dak cannot sit back here and hold the ball all day long. These guys are staying deeper than the deepest. He is definitely staying deeper than the deepest, and he doesn't have anybody threatening his area over here. But who is coming to his area? You got Brooks coming over here. So if he comes that way, okay, he's gonna sink right here, and you see his hips open already to this turn right here because this man is thinking about crossing his face. Okay, if he decides to come into this zone over here, both of these guys are going to break on that ball. They're going to converge on him and try to take that option away. And then you might, just might, have somebody right here on this backside. But you have to see it play out. So I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit further on this play. Come on, work for me now. There we go. All right, so we just talked about that safety, right? The safety sitting back here. You have his hips open down to this sideline, okay? They have exactly what you want. His job as his receiver is to try to draw the attention of this safety, okay? He's trying to draw him over here. If he draws him over here, then your backside post is open, but it has to be a rope. You have to throw this thing from here. The ball's being released right now. This thing has to be over this second level defender, and it has to be on a rope in this small window of opportunity right here, okay? If you decide to drift it, okay, or hang it up in the air, has too much air on the ball's going to get intercepted every single time. What ends up happening on this particular play, Dak is going to the right man, okay? It doesn't matter if you're going to the right man in NFL. The ball has to be on the money. Let's take a peek and see what happens. The ball's drifted. It's in the air. It's hanging in the air entirely too long. Let's go back, okay? So what do we have up top? Okay, CD's coming down. Boop, CD's going to run down here. And his job is to come here and do what? Consume this safety, right? Get his attention. Once he does that, Jalen Brooks is going to work up here and try to hit the backside post. It's a great play call. You know exactly what the coverage is. Does it get executed? We already saw that it did not. Let's go ahead and follow through with it. CD does his job. CD grabs 3 guys. Okay, CD grabs 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. Dak has to drive this ball. Ball is out of his hand already. He has to drive this ball right here. That is the sweet spot. It's open for the taking, but his ball is in the air too long, which allows now what? Because it's not on a rope, now this safety who had his hips turned and was running this way, now he has time to turn back. He has time to turn back. This guy is over the top. That means that Tolbert was never open at any point in time out unless you drive the ball to the inside. So looking at what Dak does here, ball's up, it's high, the cornerback is able to grab it. Let's run it back one more time. Okay, they'll play through. Now you guys know what you're looking for. Inside post, CD does a good job coming here. Okay, now all of a sudden, boop, ball's not on a rope, has too much air underneath it. That's how you end up with an interception. Those are the interceptions that Dak had on the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'm going to back out of this real quick. Those were the negative plays, okay? Now I want to go to the touchdowns. Let's go to the 2 touchdowns that he had and see exactly what took place on those. All right, here we go. Boop. Get a little bit ahead of myself here. All right, there's a whole lot going on right here, okay? We're going into a condensed set. What does a condensed set do? Well, if you decide to play zone, it messes with the communication of the defense, okay? So condensed set means that my receivers and everybody's in a very restricted area, okay? This is the tackle box. This is the end of the tackles. Those are the offensive linemen right there, okay? You have your receivers within 2-yard radius of your tackles, right? Everybody's within 4 yards here. Okay, so about a yard off of the hip, another 2 yards there, about a yard off the hip, another 2 yards there. So everybody's within a very small area, okay, which means that these guys are going to have to communicate. You see him already reaching his hand out. Looks like they're playing single high. They're going to be in a cover 3 or they're going to be in a cover 1. Cover 3, they play zone that we just talked about in the previous 2 plays. Cover 1, now you're going to be trying to chase guys across the field. All right, it makes it very difficult in terms of crossers, okay, which means you can have some AKA picks that you're not supposed to have in the league. But let's see how it plays out. All right, so we got crossers immediately. Immediately, you guys see it. This is very common. Okay, so you're looking at CeeDee Lamb coming across here. All right, he's going to come underneath. You got Jake Ferguson coming, trying to set some picks. Okay, all they're trying to do is get some rubs. Tolbert's going to come up here and try to work his way and take a couple guys out with him. And what they're trying to do is get one-on-one matchup with Rico Dowdle and this cornerback right here. And Rico does one heck of a job as a running back running this route. He's going to go up the field, give him a little give him a McNasty, and then take it to the corner route for a big boy play. Let's see it play out. You see Dak's eyes. Dak's doing a really good job with his eyes, looking left. Okay, trying to get the pick. Okay, what he can have is if CD would have got a nice pick, CD would have came out the shoot here. Okay, or Jake Ferguson could have came out the shoot here. Okay, Tolbert is not open, but what do you have up top? You have Rico Dowdle that was able to get on top of this defensive back. Let's go back a couple seconds. If it wants to play for me, come on. Thank you. All right. So, looking at Rico Dowdle at the top of your screen here, okay, right here. Push a play. He gets on top. As soon as he gets on top, Dak knows right off the back. You see Dak's trying to get out the pocket here, get a little bit better window of opportunity. But literally, Dak, as this play is coming here in the corner route, there's no help. This is the next man that can help. He can't get there. He's not over the top. There's too much range. So Dak legitimately has all of this space that he could toss the ball up to. Right now, you're talking about a running back, so the ball kind of needs to be on the money, but Dak knows exactly what he has. That's why he's trying to hurry up and get to the spot so he can get a better look at it. Let's see it play out. All right, Dak escapes the pocket. Boom. Look at top. Right there. Good job, Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle does a good job of shaking this defender up off him. Dak sees it, okay? By Dak seeing it, now what do you have? Boop. Easy touchdown. Take that all day long. Good play, good catch. Let's run it back in real time. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't want to go to that one yet. Hold on. All right, here we go. Sorry, y'all. Boom. All right, go into condensed set. You guys know your eyes are on Rico right here at the top of the screen. Comes up, shakes him in, throws it up high. Dak throws an easy touchdown. Take that all day long. Okay, that's what picks allow for. Now, very similar play. They scored on rub routes on that play. Now, what do you do when you need to get a touchdown in the very last play of the night? Okay, you're down. You need to give the W. Okay, the only way you're going to get this is if you have some more what? Rub routes. They want to play man-to-man. Then who's your man? Okay, this is the guy that you're looking for on this particular play. Whoop, Tolbert. Okay, but there's a lot of other players that make this play possible. So as we play it out, talk about rubs. CD does a really good job. Okay, you guys see CD here at the bottom of your screen. Tolbert does not get open on this play if it's not for CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to say that again. CeeDee Lamb is right here at the bottom of your screen. Okay, CD goes up and grabs 3 guys. Very unselfish play. Very unselfish play. Let's go all the way back to the start of this thing. I want you guys to understand what he's trying to do. They're trying to play man-to-man, so CD knows that. He's going to go up. He's going to get both of these guys to converge on him. Okay, this guy's trying to work with Cavante Turpin, so he's really freeing up 2 guys with this one play. So CD's going to go up. Sorry. He's going to go up, grab both of these guys, and then pull these guys over here. So he's taking 1, 2, 3 guys with him. Now we know that Jalen Tolbert is trying to come underneath all of this and come out the chute here for the easy touchdown. But the rub has to occur. If CD doesn't do his job, then Tolbert doesn't get the glory. So let's go ahead and take it out. Take a look. CD goes up. Boom. Grabs how many people? Okay, they pass off coverage. So this man's job is now to get him out of there. Just get this guy's back turned. CD's grabbing 1, 2. He's going to try to now pick this man right here. That's the 3rd man. So now all Tolbert's doing is trying to stair step, okay, which means that he's trying to Make his guy think he's going over the top, and then come underneath here to make him run the big hoop. He's trying to make him run the big hoop over the top. CeeDee Lamb's doing one heck of a job of making his guys do that. Boom. As we see that here, okay, you see Tolbert coming underneath. Bam. You see him come underneath CD. CD has how many guys here? 3 guys he's taking with him. Great job by CeeDee Lamb. Tolbert just has to simply get here and then get back to the goal line because there's no point in catching the ball beneath the goal line. Okay, as we go back to the play. There it is. You see him. He does a good job of what? Coming underneath. He comes out the back into the field of play, but he's doing a good job of getting back where? Getting back across the goal line. Okay, you know it's going to be a bang-bang play. If it's going to be a bang-bang play, you got to make sure that you, boom, get the catch, boom, get the tackle, boom, I'm in the end zone. Let's play it in full motion real quick. Now that you guys know exactly where to look. All right, here we go. Ball snap. Tolbert comes in over top. Stair step. Boop. Come underneath. CD takes multiple guys. Dak puts it on them. Game blouses. Game blouses. That was one heck of a job by everybody on those last 2 plays. Rico Dowdle, obviously on the rev routes, we're doing a heck of a job winning his matchup against a cornerback. Running back beating a cornerback. And then CeeDee Lamb with his unselfish play, taking 3 guys out of the play so that his teammate, the number 2, since Brandon Cooks is out, Jalen Tolbert was able to make one heck of a play by doing his job, right? Trusting his teammates, stair-stepping them, coming underneath that, understanding that it's man-to-man coverage, see Dak Prescott understanding the situation, understanding the coverage, and then putting the ball where no other person can get it outside of his man, Jalen Tolbert, for the win. A lot of things to dissect there. I know you guys were probably trying to figure out exactly everything I just said, but that's all good information. That's exactly how we see the game as professional athletes, and now you're the smartest ones in the room. So appreciate you guys riding with your boy. Make sure that you guys do what? Make sure that you guys come out there and support your boy on his page. Okay, so make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you guys ring the bell, get all the alerts so that you guys can continue to remain the smartest one in the room. Please share with somebody else that you guys know and love and that loves the game of football, because I love breaking this stuff down for you guys. Again, remain the smartest one in the room. Eye in the sky never lies. See y'all next time. We gone.